What you're being pushed into is to grow as a leader right now, your leadership skills. And one of the first, lessons of a leader is they try to do it all themselves because they're so good at it. And so you're forced to take time and space to develop skills, to pass on your skills, and delegate your skills. Good morning and welcome now to Monday. Well, in the next 24 hours, we have Lightcast Day. That's a new moon. Sensei says you'll be planting seeds to a new reality you'll harvest this September. And in today's Megascope, I'll give you the 3 tips to make sure you get what you want. From my smartphone to yours, keep streaming for your Monday Namaste today. Welcome to Namaste Today, an optimistic way to start your day. I'm your host and spiritual life coach, Christopher Witecki. I work in the modality of psychic astrology, and my personal mission is to stand in my heart, walk in the light, and help other people stand in theirs. Namaste, my friend, and welcome back from the weekend. Well, we're back to Monday, and in 24 hours, we have a new moon, which I call Lightcast Day, the most powerful day of the month to set your intentions. But before you do, I want to give you 3 steps today to prepare for that intention setting. But first, let's take a look at today's zodiac weather. This zodiac weather is for Monday, August 1st, 2016. Looking ahead at the 5-day moodcast, tomorrow is going to be partly cloudy because it's Lightcast Day, also known as the Leo new moon. Wednesday, it's sunny and Love Fest Day, the most loving day of the month. And Thursday, you are sunny and learning. But today I predict sunny and sharp because you are making a move for your heart. Now the Great Human Walk has reached step 9 Leo today. That means our ruling channel is channel 9, I act, I am. And that means the ruling planet today is Mars direct. Now our emotional focus today is manifesting the future. The moon is in act 3 of Cancer and will slip into Leo later tonight. And the mental focus is opening up to new realities. Mercury is at step 3 Virgo. Our mind might be just a little picky. So today we're taking action and tomorrow we're manifesting. And in your Megascope, I'm going to give you 3 steps to prepare for that new moon. But first, grab yourself a cup of tea and let's have our daily tea time. Hello, my friend, and welcome to our tea time. Today's tea time topic is a lot of fun, and it's going to start a little series that I'm going to do here on Namaste Today. What I love most about Leos. And I've seen a lot of other astrologers do little segments on what they love, and they list some really great things, so many little details that I think are fabulous. So I think to distinguish myself in my segment, I'm going to stick to the thing I absolutely love most about Leos. And that is, they are not afraid to love themselves. Now, they may be conscious or subconscious of that. I think the young Leos are loving themselves on a level, but they're not really paying attention to how much they love themselves versus another person. But I think as a Leo grows and matures, a Leo absolutely loves himself first. And that is the glory of God. That is the Holy Spirit in fire. It is really a star. I love that they will show their hearts so honestly, because they love themselves and have no problems loving themselves, because it inspires me to go ahead and be myself. I love the honesty that comes out of them. That's just so human and beautiful when they're loving themselves and they're enjoying themselves. Again, they have no fear of loving themselves. So when they're really enjoying themselves, and sometimes it appears that they're hamming it up, but it's really, I think, that they are completely enjoying being themselves in that moment. And to me, that's the spirit of being alive. That's the spirit of being incarnated. That's the spirit of our inner child. It is the spirit of I love myself. So Leo is a powerful sign, and you may go, I don't like Leos, or I love Leos, or you may say, it kind of depends on the Leo. Well, I say we are all Leos. We are all actual Leos. We are all that star. We are all that self-love. But when you incarnate as a different sign, you choose to ignore your heart a little bit and focus on some other part of being human more than your heart. Now, I believe that no matter what sign you are, enlightenment is living in your heart, living in the I love Leo, living in that bright star of yourself, loving to be you and really having no apologies for being you, the courage to love yourself no matter what. I think if you can be in that light, then you will be the best at any sign that you really are, the star you really are. So Leos I love. Now I have a Leo rising and I have a Leo moon, and the truth is I love something about every sign. But Leos, what I love the most is they're not afraid to love themselves, even in the most awkward moments, and that honestly is the most beautiful reminder to me, because I know I've had a hard time loving myself in this life. So that said, I'm going to take a sip of tea and channel for you what I call the Megascope. This is basically a little advice based on the planets today and what my guides have to say. You can also take 3 breaths, I recommend, and release any anxiety you're having from the day. Oops. Okay, so today is kind of an anxious day. We're going into a new moon, what I call light cast day, and today's energy feels extremely impatient. So that part of you that wants to love yourself for who you really are and have no apologies for loving yourself, that part of you is out today. So it's great timing that I did this little segment. And that part of you wants to express itself, but that part of you might be impatient, okay? So actually, I believe, that ironically, you'll be patient the first part of the day, but then as the day moves on, I think it'll be less. Now, what are we impatient about? Very good question. The truth is everything's fine. Ground yourself. We're on track here. I think what the energy today is about is identifying what your heart wants, identifying an action you can take to go for it, and then just trusting everything is going to happen. Because law of attraction is from the heart. It is where our heart wants to shine. That is where we have the most power. And really your job is just to know what that is, be ready to act on it, and wait. Okay, hurry up and wait. Let me just see if anything else the Spirit wants to say. The last thing is be careful, with your mind. Mercury's in the early degrees of Virgo today, and so the mind is what I call the smartass, is going to be impatient and nitpicky about certain details. And that's part of what we're going to work on this week, is not letting the details get to us. But today, that kind of starts to happen. So again, just kind of be mindful of what your heart is wanting today, and stay focused on that. Be ready to act on that, but don't get hung up on too many details. It's okay. It'll be all right. And the final thing is we're in the last really 36 hours, almost 3 days of Mars in Scorpio, and so this is the final test also of certain boundaries. So there may be some boundaries you've been very mature about and strong about and really good about, and suddenly you're feeling a little weak on them. Don't worry, just hold steady for another few days. We're almost there. All right, so I have some tips to help you on your way today to prepare for the new moon in the next 24 hours. Step 1, for the new moon, identify what your heart truly wants. Stay focused on what your heart wants today. That's super important. Step 2, observe why you personally love it. Okay, so the universe is really, I think, interested in bringing your star out and letting you love being who you are. So you need to be aware of why you love it personally, not just what you're identifying as like the perfect Mercedes. Why do you love that Mercedes? And step 3, once you find that feeling like, oh, I love it, and you have that like toddler feeling where you want to jump up and down, protect that feeling. Okay, so in other words, protect that feeling, like try to keep that feeling going, try to remember that feeling, try to bring that feeling back at times, because it's actually that feeling of that love that brings in the law of attraction. Now, for those who watch over my personal sensei service today, I'm going to give you a daily Zen on my personal sensei secrets to manifestation. So I found a couple of things that are absolutely necessary when you're manifesting. I'll talk about them today. And at 3 o'clock, your eye candy will be, where are you a natural born wizard? Where do you manifest just in your sleep? I'll point that out from your AIT information at 3 o'clock. And for everyone watching me on YouTube, please be kind and do subscribe. I thank you ahead of time. And if you'd like to follow me on Twitter, I'm at stepº9. And if you'd like to interact with our bright community of light, come on down to step'r9.tv. We're so grateful to have you. All right, friends, that's all I have for this week. I am launching a reading sale, just so you know, and this will be my final reading sale of the summer. I'm going to limit some of the dates that I do readings because I'm doing a lot of focus work on some other things right now. So if you've wanted one in your heart, that might be a good present for yourself. You can find more about that also at step'r9.tv. All right, friends, I love you. I'm grateful for you, and I'll see you in 24 hours with more. Until then, live, love, be.
step'r9.tv.
Having trouble finding that special soulmate? Oh, I know. Are you ready to find love? So what do you think your ideal mate is? This I can solve for you. Check out Secrets of Birthdays, the Love and Lust Report at step'r9.tv.com.